Lights are lit and there's sweat on your embrace. One other thing I dare. Lights are out and there's time to your embrace. Then another dare. Lights are lit and there's sweat on your embrace. One other thing I dare. Lights are out and there's time to your embrace. Then another dare.
a phoenix, born from the ashes. I take care of my own. Torn down, we're assassins. You can't suffocate my spirit, 'cause I'm the king of my own throne, my own throne. King of my own throne, my own throne. You'll never see me fall, fall. You'll never see me fall. Watch me reign, and I'll save them all.
Alright guys, welcome to another Railroader video, or stream. Yeah. A lot has changed actually since last stream. So I'm gonna explain as we go, but yeah, we just dropped off the Baker's Creek pulpwood and just we picked up our energy. So I've been working backwards now. This may sounds crazy. My game controls here are all wonk. That's supposed to be Railroader. My character needs to be placed above it, and then small it. There we go. Small, there we go. So we have above my models right here. If up here, I just can't. Right here. Up here where my crazy hand is where the switch list is. Over here is the console. Again, it's not gonna do a good job of picking up my motion today, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Anyways, so those are my two things. The consoles let you know what's going on with the AIs and stuff. Because as we get more unlocked, as I get the Alarka branch opened up after the Alarka Junction, I plan on opening up. I have a modded so that allows the Alarka Junction to have a interchange. So when that starts, there'll be a second train moving in freight. So I decided to make Bryson my meeting point instead of Disborough. So instead of going to Disborough, we'd be going straight to Bryson. So from there, the two trains will meet. I'll do it's called a sort, both trains, and then we'll work our way down on each train. It will run on AI until they're at their destination, next destination, which will be where I'll sort and sort them. So the goal is, since I have dispatch open on my other screen, I can't show you this one because of reasons. But anyways, I have dispatch or DS mode turned on. I control everything. I can send the AIs to a siding, or I can. I'm just going to game here, but I can send them AIs to the siding, or I can go ahead and send my AI drivers to a siding until I can work with them. So it'll be first come, first serve. So whoever's at their destination first or their siding first will get served first. However, in this case, this train's gonna get top priority right now because it's the only train we have. Right now it needs to go down to Disborough, I believe. It has Disborough stuff that needs to come off. Yes. And then the train to actually swap at Disborough. So we have it set to stop at the Collie. However, it's not gonna do much there. So I'm not gonna put it into a siding because it's just gonna continue going straight soon after. So go ahead and select this. Now obviously our switch list is small now because it's with the freight house as well. So that's great. Alright, so we go ahead and tell the AI to continue for 45 miles per hour, and all we have to do now is kind of sit back and relax because there's really nothing else we can do until we get towards Disborough. where our train will sit and wait and call E4. Because we need clearance to enter in. I'm going to make sure the AI... Well, actually, there's nothing over there, so technically we would have clearance right away. It's just we need to make sure the switches are aligned. I will have... If I do AI driving, it will have to have the... pass the signal, but I think I'm going to manually do it, because I can pass the signal that way. Because when I pull that switch, it will activate that block. It is not allow the light to turn green or yellow. Unfortunately, I wish it did, because it's for a yard. Sometimes switch early on. But yeah, I'll have to throw the switch and then manually drive it past the signal. But there are probably some little pieces where they'll run past the red, I'm sure. So I'm sure it's not too unrealistic. Yeah, options for me to manually drive past the light slightly, flip the switch, either AI take over or drive it manually. I think I want to drive it manually because then I can put where it exactly needs to be. Tell me 27 cars is not too long. We're still at like 1,432 tons. We're carrying everything with us instead of energy cars now. Right now we're in the green DE9s or wherever they're called. Where are they called? Right now we're in the GP9s. We're in the green GP9s. There's two of them. One's an MU and one's not. The way they're set up is that way they can flip sides easily, especially in Disborough and stuff. It allows easy flipping sides. That way, no matter what we're doing, we're driving forward. Oh, this is a good moment to talk about this. Yard. Actually, go down to Whittier. So Whittier has a longer yard now. So what I did is, I didn't buy these, so I can't use them. And actually, I'm gonna put myself back to sandbox because that should not be there. Let me put those there. Okay. So what I did was using sandbox mode. I spawned in some decoration cars, including this passenger train cars. These passenger cars I cannot use in this train. These right here are just decorative. So what it's supposed to look like is an active yard, where it's busy all the time. Cars are coming in and out. Be crazy. Since I don't really store trains for specific days, I mean, I kind of want to, but I don't store trains or anything. I don't have any extras. Now I still have room. I just left these two empty in case I need to store some extra of these here for the sawmill. How's that train doing? And I have my log runner, of course, back and operating. I know that was gone for a few. I actually physically called it the. It's supposed to be called the log runner. It's even a different call sign because there we go. It's the log runner. So it runs the logs. So yeah, right here now, what happens when the train arrives for the sawmill cars, if it has sawmill cars, it comes down this way instead, where there used to be a dead end. It comes straight. It keeps going straight until it needs to. Drops the cars, lines up, and backs in. And then it just pulls forward completely because it goes all the way through to the next part of the main. This is a mod that's doing this, so you get some telephone poles, obviously. But make some weird stuff like that happen. But anyways, so yeah, that, and I can put this back to something. There we go. So yeah, this is the new. My train's idiot, Coley. But anyways, see, yeah, that is the new East Whittier Yard. So now we have a bigger yard and a decorative, and it was mainly downloaded not for the yard itself, but for the train to do a drop here instead of having to have an extra train here. So now I have 2 extra diesel trains that I can put up when I start expanding. So I like to put one definitely at Andrews, because Andrews is going to need it for that snowboard building. And then, so yeah, so we have decorative now, so that's nice. Now we need to go back to college because our train is there. It should be coming to a stop very, very soon. Stop. Stop that red board. I'm gonna stay at red board because here's the thing about it. About red boards in this little signal. It's not gonna let me do it. I'm clicking on the code button. And actually, if you want, we can actually go to the DS station. Give it a go and see, maybe this will let us. Nope. It is officially a dead. So, since that's the case, but I do everything in second cam mode now. I don't, like I was doing in the past streams, I don't just walk out anymore. It's just way quicker for me. So anyways, I'm going to mainly go ahead and put this into manual mode. And I could have it pass signal. And we'll go ahead and just drive it. Which is good for me because now I can see where the end of the train lands to try to end it perfect. In fact, I'll split the train in half into 2 different tracks. Which is a good thing my Disborough yard's so big. Yeah.
I smoke too much. I drink too much.
But I just want to clear all of the switches when I enter it because on this back turn, because if I have to back in the other one, I want to make sure I can back outwards and then back into it to the other cars. I think especially if it's over, because I don't want that one train being on the other side. I want this to back into Silva interchange, so that way the train's on the correct side. So right now we're pulling the cars. I want to push the cars into Silva. It's going to be a little hard because there's a ton of them now since I updated the chairs yesterday. Hey, what are we standing at? Wait, I need to put that on the screen. That screen, please. We're standing at 17,000. So we should be able to finish that bridge tomorrow. If you can't, well, we're not gonna be able to do the next milestone yet. I don't like starting the next milestone until I have the empties back. And that's just to make sure that I have a spot for them when I get there, instead of having to shuffle around cars. That's what I do in the morning, or what I normally would do in the morning, because I like to wait for both trains to arrive. So what I like to do is while I'm waiting for the trains to get to Bryson, because it's going to take a hot minute to get to Bryson. So while it's getting to Disborough, the first train's going to get to Disborough first. So while that one's getting to Disborough with the freight, because it needs to do a train swap for the stronger train, we'll go ahead and go to Bryson and start collecting empties. After it's done, after that gets to Disborough, move to Disborough, flip the trains in, have it on its way to Bryson. After it's to Bryson, the other train we get to Bryson once we have the next interchange open. But right now, we don't. So we'll have to go from there. But yeah, for the first half, the you past Bryson is dark territory, meaning there's no CTC. We're gonna have to work on getting those as well set up. I like having CTC set up. Because AI trains are running everywhere. So while I'm working on freight, I need to know. That way, I can control the AIs and where they go and stop them at certain points. Because at the moment, I'm not going to be able to stop them at Hemingway if I need to, or the Locker Junction. And Hemingway is going to be the stop point if they have to work in Alaska. Or do any weird switching. So I'll have to put fuses down there for now until I can get the signal set up. Because with the mod that opens up the Larka Junction as an interchange, I need to also open up the Larka too. So that's going to be another working zone that we're going to have before I start doing anything. And I believe our interchange here, if I remember correctly, has tier 4 no change at the moment. Oh yeah, we also have extra service if you want to do that. Looks like it's gonna be at 1405. I'm afraid to try that personally, because I'm afraid we're gonna get more than we can handle. And that's not something I would like to do. So, I'm probably not going to do that just yet. I'll try it maybe on a different save and see what happens and what it does. I can't imagine being too much work because our interchange service at 4 in the morning. I would assume it would just allow you to run your railroad a few bits longer before you having to sleep, which gives you more passenger runs. Which we might I need to put that back to 20 seconds. I temporarily had it on. It's safe to continue going through Baker's Creek, and we'll have it go into the siding at Collie for now. Alright, so the train is here officially. So what we're going to do is make sure the brakes are on and disembark. And here is semi-flat, so I know mistakes. This is where we used to do our switching around. Now we don't. We actually gained an extra track, I think, in Bryson in here, so that's great. We no longer really use this trackage anymore. This yard. However, I have a feeling we will in the near future. Alright, so the goal is to get the Disborough stuff off, move the paperwork stuff to the back, and have the interchange stuff in the front. And then the paperwork does is sort and then take their interchange stuff to the front of the tram. We have full clearance in between Coley and Disborough yard. Disborough here, so we have full main checkage, so we can back in. They Premier right now, which is still in Roma, it hasn't departed yet. We'll have to wait until we're done in the Colby siding, which is what I have it set to go to. Probably bring that down today. My screen maker up there. There we go. Okay, so what we're doing is parking our work train because it's done for the day. Our daily train brought our train down here. Now for Andrews, I haven't decided what I'm gonna do because I don't think there's a yard like this up there, and I don't want to like ignore it completely, but I think Nutella is a big enough yard. I'll have to see when we get it. But if it's a big enough yard, what I could possibly do is do the same thing I did here. And have an interchange and Andrews train. bring all the freight up the final mile. But up there's mountainy. To be honest, there you go. Now it's supporting. So I might go ahead and just leave it as is. I need to select this trim. So I might just leave it as is. There. So that might be the better of the two options for me. Is to leave the train behind. As is with the double head. Because it needs to be strong anyways. I'm also debating whether or not a double head can make it up that mountain once I unlock hinges. So like, or if I need a fourth head for a 3-header, where I add an extra train to the back of the train set, which will happen in Bryson. That's where we'll gain the extra head. That one I have to purchase one extra GP9. Because these things are expensive. I still need to fix my on my luckily right now I don't think I need to because I have 2 extras. But my switcher ones, I modified the code a bit to make it cheaper because I use them for switching purposes. But then yeah, it doesn't really matter. I can always just buy a Steam engine for switchers too, I guess. Because they can make good switchers. Because it doesn't have to be powerful or anything. It just has to be enough. The reason why I had the GP9s need to be powerful. The reason why I use GP9s is because they're powerful and they can make the pills a lot quicker, especially in AI mode. Alright, so the one AI train that's carrying passengers is on its way to Collie sighting now. So we should probably try to be a little bit quick on this now. Because I don't want to send it into Disbro. Just, yeah, I want to make sure we clear it. That way it can just do its thing. I also need to put that one cool train in the back too, so that way I can back it in. Because that's going to be a back end job. But yeah, we're running low on finances, unfortunately. We may even have to take a loan for certain things here. Hoping not. But at least can stay here because these are just interchange cars already. But what I want to do is take out the back interchange cars and sign them to the side. Because these are all new interchange cars that we picked up along the route. These are the ones that we started at. The high science, I should have. I'm probably going to start tossing these interchange cars to the back of the train. Along with these. Because then we don't have to worry about them. That'd be the last thing I put on. Because in high science, it's this bird train will pick up from the back anyway, so. But really, the word doesn't matter because here we have a yard we can sort in. It just makes it interesting and lasts a little longer. Which we're definitely gonna need because I actually in preparations for the next interchange, I set it to block by destination in case if it ever is to finish overnight and start doing it because I don't know how it works yet. I know we have to complete the milestones for sure for Larka Junction. I'm not in the Larka, but after we get Larka, I'm not sure if it's gonna start right away. If it does, then I'll have to send a train down there, pick up the freight, and send it back to Bryson. And I want it to be at least mostly blocked so it's easy to gather and sort. Basically, the goal is to make it where sorting time is lessened because we're going to have more working time once everything starts unlocking. We're going to have some things probably going back to Alarka Junction right away. If not, the train just run empty, by the way, if you guys were wondering. Especially once we have the... Oh yeah, we're also going to have Alarka too. Because I'm actually going to work Alarka. I figured that would be fun. Is to work it. Because if you work Arlaka, you have more freight that needs to be worked. And that would be great, actually, because then we're working more towards our final goal. And yes, my hand tracking's working now. So yeah, that's the switches up there. Over there is the console. Down here is the status of what's going on, like switching. and I'm not paying attention. Pay attention there. Okay, we're gonna grab these. Follow. I can park them. Now, I don't kick cars often. The only place I kick them is when I'm sorting. I don't like kicking cars because every time I kick a car, I feel like it ends in a disaster. It doesn't go too far. It doesn't go far enough. This place is like when I'm sorting, I'm willing to risk it, especially in Bryson now, because that's where my character is. Also, actually, he's down in Bryson already because the dispatching station. Because then all I have to do is go like this and do my calls if I wanted to do it that way. Really. I just prefer not to. But if you wonder where I'm going off screen, I have multi-screen mod. I actually do have mods installed. That's just why I didn't look pretty on the Switch list, especially because the Switch list right now it's not as big as it was yesterday. Route because we already completed the cap route. Also, I don't include the exchange stuff anymore. There's just no point. Stuff becomes ready throughout the day. As I'm driving down, some things are ready that weren't ready before and weren't on the Switch list. And I prefer to gather them and pick them up because the game was preparing for it, most likely because they gave me something for it. But yeah, so to prep for that, I just collect it as it goes. So the only thing we're adding is freight. I don't have any mods installed that causes the things go weird and haywire, so I don't have to ever go back to the stations and stuff. So once it's off the freight switches, it's off forever until it needs to be picked up. Or then it doesn't come on the search list. So it's just for freight that needs to go into the interchange in our yard. If it's an interchange car, it's gonna come with us by default. And you may be wondering why we need switches anyways. We really don't, personally. What is that? Oh. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. We're just holding off for a second. So while we're holding off, since I know these are also it on citrus. This is switch list. I have to do each one manually. When I go to the I usually do these at the station, so I will go to each station and do this in the morning. If it's not on the search list, it'll just get added to the search list. That's probably the easiest way to do it, actually. Just do what I'm doing now here and just add it to the search list. There we go. Then I need a scrap perspective back up again so I can follow it. It's not all the way forward that it needs to be. So I got some paperwork stuff I'm going to have to move out of the way so I can get that Disborough load done. Yeah, everything says it's in Disborough. Let's start my destination as well. There you go. That's what my destination does. I put it to the top first, which is Bryson. Actually, it'll be Andrews in the future. Which is going to be a little bit complicated to understand, but we'll get there when the time comes. So the goal is not to confuse. Really, it's more to get the work done. So all I'm doing now is getting prepped for this because I'm going to be moving freight here in a few for Disborough, because this also works the Disborough area, which I need to actually give myself a singlage for twice over because I think that's right. That's the other. There we go. So it's in the siding now. Actually, we can see it. There it is. Yes, it's reversing in. Once we get the Larker branch open, Larker Junction, it should be able to turn itself around, but then it'll be reversing the other way. I think I saw something about a white and silver. If that's the case, I might be able to use that to have it get U'd around. But for now, it just gotta back in to the intersections. I think that's the best way, and have And once Andrews opens it, it'll just back in as well. So using the Alaska or Alarka area as a Ustream spot. I know in Andrews there's a Y. It can get turned around technically. So I might give it a go one time there and see how it goes. If it goes well, if I'll download the mod that adds the Y in Silva for us and see how that goes. It's going to be a lot more work because it means I have to man it once it gets into Silva or Andrews. However, I'm going to have to man it for the junction because it has to go through the right direction. This is the only passenger train we have, and it's going to service everything. Eventually I'll buy more passenger cars for it, too. That way it can service more passengers. Alright, we're connecting. So these belong to the paperboard. And there's the Disbro. We're going to take off the paperboard stuff, get access to them. We're also going to take some of the paperboard stuff off the other interchange cars as well with the Disbro when we get to it, because I want to fully remove and bring the interchange stuff to the Ford. That way, when they get to the paperboard, all the paperboard has to do is work it. Because the train won't be on the side like it is now. Once we start moving, it'll be on the other side pushing the cars in. So, and I got two train switchers over there for that reason. Oh yeah, our purple train right now is in Bryson, if you guys are wondering. It's sitting there calmly in Bryson right at the moment. But it has to. Because that's the only spot that we have at the moment, so we just, for now, just switching one interchange, so there's no point of sending it to anywhere else, and it can't go anywhere else, actually. Well, it can, but it can't go up like it's supposed to. It's supposed to go up towards the junction once it's ready to go, but until the junction starts getting serviced, or we have it as an option for the interchange, there's just no point sending it up this way. Hold it in Bryson so that we can switch trains around. At least have some act of the trains being switched around, I guess. Actually, these can just go straight attached to these interchange cars because they're already in front then. You just pull the whole entire consist forward. There's only one exception to this rule, and that's going to be the little cool thing destination. That cool destination will need what's it called? It in the front back end, because it's gonna be a full-on backup end to the place. So just at the one place, we'll have the AA stop at the Silva signal for that. Actually, this is all manual. I manually drive up to Gisborough and stuff because it's just easier. Because I have that one fusee set, the emergency, in case the passenger train bypasses the signal or continues going. I don't notice it right away. Station, I can quickly get it fixed before it gets too far away from the areas. But if you're wondering why it says and Disborough, it's also the Disborough switcher. So it doesn't have Disborough doesn't have a dedicated switching service. No, that probably would have been smart in this case scenario. But the reason why I'm not having the thing go to Disbro is because after Disbro it needs to go to Silva, and I don't like putting it at a station with the red light often because it tends to cause issues. I had an issue twice Whittier, once with Disbro, where as soon as I turn the light green to get it continue going again when it's done, it goes too early and really messes with my passenger schedule that I have planned. So every 20 minutes it's supposed to depart from the station to go to the next one. However, there's no arrive schedule for me. It's just how long it has to stay at the station. Because even when I was doing it, it would be like that. Okay. Anyways, we need to disembark our 3 here because we want interchange cars up here. And since I just parked the air, right, so we're gonna just reverse our train. The coolant number right there, that's the one that needs to go in the back because that's the one that will be placed on the way to the paper board and then the interchange. We actually should be gaining cars actually with this load because we're actually going to be. Oh yeah, and also I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those yet because I have unlimited fuel, so I don't have to panic about fuel on any of the trips. I do that because of the AI. I just don't like stopping for fuel. It's just a waste of time for me. I feel like I can get more done without it than I do actually. No fuel stops means I actually get twice the amount done in a single day, which is perfect for me. So how this is gonna work, I'm gonna drop the Parsons Tannery first, pull backwards, drop the cool, pull forwards, drop the one, pull backwards, drop the cool in front of those, and then when I come with the interchange stuff from Disbro, I just toss Disbro forward, real quick, kick them forward, grab the other one, drive them forward, and then drive back, and go to the front of the line, and get the load going. That will keep Parsons Tannery all up front, which is perfect because that's how I want it. Does this like the Bryson switching? Let's be nice, please. I don't have to get rid of anything on my channel. Anyways, so we're gonna head and back this in now because we're connected. Actually, technically, we're driving it forward. We reverse into the interchange, so. Okay, now we're gonna split this off for a second because I want this to be in front. Well, not in front, but in back of the train when we're reversing, so that way we can just reverse it in. Which also means there's going to be an interchange car at the end, unfortunately. However, I think that's something the Tannery can handle for us. No big deal. Doesn't affect much. You can probably grab it real quick. Okay, we're back in. There we go. So now we just have to apply the handbrake on that. Pull forward, or backwards. Grab this in front of the others. And then I'm going to quickly do the disability for grabbing all of this. And then we can grab the cool, put it in front, and you can grab the others and pull it together. Alright, off to the locust pin, because I think it's... Wait, where's the... Right, house is over there, okay. So we'll drop the locust pin first, like always. Oh, you guys aren't used to it, but that's what I always do. I always do the locust pin first and work my way backwards, because it has to come back here anyways. There's this direction. It's actually gonna be the same thing too. The signal's not gonna allow me to seed, but we'll just RP that dispatch of me, since I'm dispatched as well. You guys gave us the clear to continue on, go into the yard. Don't go into the yard. This is gonna work out since we don't have any way of turning using the signal to green or at least yellow. So, unfortunately. And we'll have to stop at the Silva signal because we'll have to set up our switches properly. Alright, so we're now bringing our locust pin stuff in. We have tons of interchange cars here. Holy crap. We'll attach, get him added to our switch list. Here. Okay, so we're up forward. That is a lot of interchange cars to pick up. Then again, we did just change the tiers, so I am I surprised. Anyways, so we're gonna back in, hook up. So we're dropping 2 and picking up 3. That seemed great. Okay, for any of the rendering as well, because I know some people are going to be wondering, what happens if you have Andrew's interchange or other interchanges down here? So what will happen is this train will actually just take it with it in front of the interchange, silver interchange stuff, and then what will happen is it will just take it with it the next day. So hold on to it after it gets to the interchange and just hold it for the next day. And then on the next day, I will go up, bring it to Bryson, and then it will finally head its way upwards. So those are out of my control. I can't control those, unfortunately, on when they get there. So unlike silver interchanges, it will be the same for the other direction too. There's a silver interchange that would take it up to Andrews and just bring it back the next day. So there's going to be some cars that are going to be brought right away. Some cars are going to be having to wait until the very next day to be brought. And that's just unfortunate cause of a railroad operations. Especially in a game like this where you have two interchanges, you'll end up serving at some point. You can't just... Because my original plan was to go up, collect all the cars, go up to Andrews, come back with Andrews cars, and work those. However, that's going to take way too long. This way I at least cut up some time, because I'm doing the sorting in Bryson. I'm sorting both trains at the same time, and then sending them off the way and just working whoever's first come, first serve. So at least then I have a chance of getting it done. So we're now just gonna bring these cars into the locust pin. No, I don't think this one's on my switch list. No, it's not. Because that was probably one I just picked up. But all the interchange stuff is. I'm guessing if it's already in the location area, it won't add it because there's no need to. Which makes sense. Even though it was in the siding all the way. Which I guess they assume is the case. Like it's there, but it's not there. We're clipping to that car. I try to avoid that at all costs. But one last interchange car here, and then we can drop the rest of the locust pin. I'm going to fix that clearance as well. Before the update where they allow the switches to go, and when the train's over it, it would hit it. But now it doesn't, and it really causes me headaches because you think you're clear, but then you're not until you see the train cutting through the cars. But that is okay. Nothing has to be realistic in a game, but I try to be as realistic as possible. So basically what I'm doing now is what's called digging out the cars and the switching. Everyone has their own switching operations. That's what's nice about this game. You can literally put that one in front if you wanted to, so that way it's easier to pull out. And I just like to go ahead and do what I'm doing now and sort them ahead of time. Okay, so now we just reverse back now, because all we have to do now is bring these locust pin into the locust Pittsburgh over here and spot them, basically. That's what we're doing. We're spotting them. So what we need to do now is hook up to this car real quick. Then reverse it into the end of the spur. So it's all in that yellow. So they have 4 cars currently. Now I just need to drop this freight house, which is going to be fun because we have oil cars that go in front of these for some reason. You know, the oil cars take a little longer to load and unload stuff. Just take its unload out. They have any upload. But I don't have some kind of minus installed because I know it exists. So what that does is it randomizes the destinations of these cars so that they can go in your network as well. And I don't like it because I just like going straight shot to it. Stuff. I don't like things changing on me. Even though technically I could now, because the way I have it set up. I just do the same thing. Just so I have to go back upwards. I found it really causes some issues with sorting the trains. Because now you have trains that are mixed and it just takes 10 times longer. I tried it out and it saved that it has built our map. When I was trying out this IDO. It's possible as long as you don't have that mod installed. Otherwise you have to just do a straight shot. And each day just work an interchange. So you end up with tons of cars working. Because you end up sleeping an extra night with extra trains already there. So it's not worth the hassle on that per se. Okay, anyways, we're gonna bring these forward. Alright, so now we're going to pull forward, pick up these cars. We have 2 interchange cars here. Only have 1 oil car that still needs to stay here. We have no oil cars being added, just a freight house car, so. You can see how close they are too, so you can literally still have them attached to each other, like I did here. And it'll be fine. Gotta make sure everything's attached. Just gonna I kick them for some reason. Just going to add from train. I was going to delete those. Start my destination. Make sure that we are still good. So, because I need to put the freight house in first, then I can do the oil. I actually have to flip the oil, so I actually have to make sure I have clearance past this one oil can, even though technically I wish it wasn't that case, but it's the way they have the industry set up, so it's fine. So we'll send this in. There we go. So we complete yet another item on our switch list. We're almost to what's left. We actually are on the switch list, according to the switch list, but we're not because we have to put this Disbo fuel back actually first before we can start going that way. Let's put our train back together as well. Real quick, since I have to finish this real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and just start letting the. Oh wait, I need to start that switch. Go ahead and let the passenger train in. Real quick. Like I said, I don't see a reason why I can't just wait here. And I'm also gonna prep for my next trip. Alright, me against him on this end. And there we go. So everything's back to the way it should be over here in Disborough. So we gotta do now, get our train back together, which we can do after the passenger train arrives to Disborough when we get the clear signal. Red, and we will not have clearance to the track at this given time. There we go. We have the yellow. We are clear to go. But this is not automatic. I actually did that pretty quickly. Sometimes I can hit quick, sometimes I can't. They will stop there. Putting at Redboard. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of caused issues because it's going to uncheck that Disborough. So I have to manually time 30 minutes from then, so that will be 12:20, 1:21-ish. Actually, after I get past the station, I'll probably send it anyways, because might as well. It's the end of the day anyways, and I'll have to get it started, so. That's the only thing I wish they'll fix, is that if it's stuck on a red board, but at least one of the cars is at the station, it would still allow it to work. So obviously I just received a passenger fare, so it's at the station. I just can't get as close to it. I wish I can get closer to that signal. I'm prepping to kick these interchange cars over. Slightly slower and kick. Trying to start slowly, starting to roll our way forward. That's another reason why I just remembered something too. Another reason I'm doing Bryson for the sorting portion now, also, is because it fits better there. I have more space. I can move the train forward if I need to get me that space on the one in this direction. If it's the other direction, it already has that space by default. But yeah, it gives me more space to work with. So during the sorting operation, everything will be held at Governor's Island or Hemingway until first. If Hemingway is still a dark territory, unfortunately, if we do have it by then, we would have to wait because for the passenger train to pass, because then it's dark territory, and the only way to stop it is at the point we need it without a fusee. So I don't want to place a fusee and then forget that I have a fusee set for my passenger train. That's the last thing I want to do is forget about a fusee. Because it's waiting for me to place a fusee for my trains, because I'll be down there anyways, working the freight when it gets there. So I can just remove the fusee before I get moving. Also, we have clearance to Sylvia now, so we should be good here. All the interchange stuff is at the front, where my train will be. So that's perfect. It gets back in the interchange stuff at the end of the day. So the only hard part will be the cooler loader, which I think I have an idea for a solution. And that is to, before I drop the one, I pick up the empties and then read to the forward. I have a way. You'll see that in a moment. It's a little bit time taking, considering it's a lot of reversing forward. Yes. But I think it'll work. Actually, we can kick these cars in. Seeing speed past this way. I was gonna end up on the main line a bit here, but it's okay because we have clearance for now. Because there's no other trains coming from that direction, anyways. Because the passenger is gonna keep going down towards Silva. Actually, by the time we're done with Silva, it should be time for it to go, anyways, because we're gonna take a hot minute in Silva. I'm just gonna kick these cars. So forward, drive. Let's go ahead and help it. We get these down to 6 miles per hour. Actually, 5 is fine. We'll gain some speed. Right now, let's head to the front of the line. Everything's in Disborough at the moment because it is. All of our working freight is literally in Disborough at the moment. Well, actually, there's some in Silva. I forgot. There's some interchange cars that we have to pick up. That I didn't add to the switch list this time because I removed them. So I decided to add him last minute. Forward we go. I might just. That way we're good to go. Let me back out. Look at all these cars. I think we're connected. Still another cable not connected. Right, we have clearance, and we should have a green light as well, so we're heading out of here. 28 cars, 1,380 tons. That is a lot of cars. Oops, wrong direction. Yep, I see the green from here, so we're clear to go. And we got a lot of tonnage. Going up this slight grade. I believe there's a slight grade heading up to Silva, because we always go down and it causes us to gain speed. It was at the land crossings. I wish there was actually railroad crossings, like gates and stuff. That'd be nice. I probably didn't have to do this one because this one's already blocked by a train. It's clear it doesn't have the right to go anywhere, so. But yeah, we are spotted. Highball. Time to highball down. What this is called is the final stretch. So I'm working I always work the final stretch on both of them. So once it reaches on Roto, I would take over as well. And I'll just finish the final stretch. On the way to though, it's all AI. Because it doesn't have to stop anywhere on the way. For, at least for the Andrews one. I'll probably start with Andrews and get that started because that's the longest run it has to take. And I'm sure I might have to stop at Archer Junction to pick up some as well because we got that junction. That may also still output for it. I'm not sure if that does anything. So if it does, then that's cool. Actually, checking out Archer should be the interchange because that's where the end of the track is on that end. That makes sense to have it down there. At least that's, to me, that's what makes the most sense, is down there. Because that's where you'll have the interchange stuff. So everyone's entering Silva now, according to the switch list. This is actually a good way too to keep track that you actually have it, because if you don't have it, it won't switch its location from the next location. If that was the case, I would just keep it on there till the next day because I don't feel like going back for freight that I may have missed. But it shouldn't happen anyways. That should be very rare, if any. No, actually, I just need to turn off that status. I never update it right when I'm talking. There we go. Boom. It's one less text piece. Okay, so we're heading into Silva here. We actually need to hit the road these two switches manually. Well, there's no automatic mode for that. I'm actually going to just do this too that way for morning time use. So this thing's going to interchange. So I got an idea. So I'm going to head and let it do its thing. I'm going to find the interchange right here. Follow that car. There we go. So once that car gets past the switch back there, we'll call it. Okay. That's that way. It doesn't roll. So we're gonna pick up this air and change car. Then we're gonna back up again all the way. But where is this? We're just past there. Crossing. I gotta clear this crossing first, so then I can. Okay, we don't have to clear the crossing yet. We will have to afterwards with this car on. And with those on, definitely clear them. That's the hard part about switching sometimes in air double crossings like this, because you have to clear them before you can continue. That's what I don't like about the crossing sometimes. You have to clear them before you can cross them on a train. The horn makes people know you're coming. But at the same time, it's hard to switch with that case because you end up passing the switch a little bit more farther than you thought because you have to clear the thing because you know you're going to go in it. Kind of thing. Gonna have to do it again too because I probably just backed out of it. So now the only thing Paperboard has to be concerned with is their freight, because their freight's the only one that's left in the front. Back of the train. Wait, first I need to clear this signal. It's behind something going straight through it. And I did it just in case I go through it. I don't have to panic about running a red. Come on, brakes, release. There we go, so we're past that cross. Half and we're actually gonna enter that block, I think. Because we're long enough to do so. So I'm glad I switched that light to a yellow for us. Dispatching problems. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're having a second. get into that block. Yep. Barely, but we made it into it, so. Once again, the brakes are gonna be super annoying. That's the hard part, is waiting for the brakes to release. Let's back this in. The hard part still is yet to come. There's actually a crossing down there that I have to honk at, while also getting these switches pulled. Because these switches need to go back to default. And again, in case I accidentally do that, I'm going to reset that back up for me. Here's the good news, I don't have to re-clear that crossing. Nice. So as if these pull forward. We're just long enough to not have to clear it again. Probably gonna cross over that signal again though. We'll have to see if he goes into that zone. Probably won't though. But we're just gonna be short enough. Barely needed that. Alright, time to head backwards to the tannery. Let's set up for the AI train to start going up this way. Or dispatch it. Just like I expected, it's gonna go straight through and not stop at that station. That's bad. Oh, it's perfect. Okay. AI train for the passenger service is now clear. It's that stuff. So we have a lot of interchange cars here, actually, that we'll have to pull forward and stuff. These cars aren't ready yet. We don't have pulp for them yet. So we kind of need 3 of them. I need pulp car too. Bring that in to Bryce and have that filled one time. But I'm gonna do that after we have 2 empty other pulp cars. And so we're gonna be reaching our stop point here. I'm gonna start getting some speed down. So I'm trying to figure out where everything's going. So these 2 are over on this track. This one's over there. That one's over there. Over there. Over there. Over there. And so what we're going to do is have this train take over its stuff first. And then we'll grab the other train and do its loads. There's gonna be a lot of back and forth, guys, so you guys are heads up. So it's gonna take some time. Like all backs and forths moments, it takes time. Okay, it's at Civil Depot. So actually, real quick, I'm gonna stop this train. Head over there real quick. Cause I want to set it up. This is why I can't have it go straight to Civil, because it'll be in my way. Otherwise. Choose to port, and it'll stay there. Okay, there we go. Passenger train is set to go. So we're going to find its very last train that it needs to pull. So, starting from the back of the interchange, where's this one going? Over there. So, it's going to pull everything at first. This is where it's going to start sorting it, basically, to set destinations for the other train to grab. This guys need to set these into 2 different loads. One for over here, one for over here. Then over here I can get worked real quick while over there gets worked after. little bit complicated at Silva. The train will actually drive forward for that train to reach better. So, stop, 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 stop. There you go. These trains do not like stopping. So this goes over here. This goes over there. This goes over there. So we're actually gonna have our first. So you kind of see how this works here in a few seconds here. So as soon as that clears the switch, I can toss these over to the other train. Basically doing the final destination sorting. And from there, it'll be up to the actual train drivers to Citrus to figure that out. Well, technically still me, but I like to pretend like they're other train drivers. Just make sure it makes it to that train. So this was a good sort. A lot of good kicks too in this stream as well, which is nice. After we get to that interchange, I'll be ending the stream. I know we didn't get to see much because obviously there's a lot of lengthy processes. But you got to see some of the new changes. Next stream, you may be able to get to see the Bryson part of it if I finish in the same day. I'm not sure how that's gonna work or not yet. But these last two belong over here, so I'm just gonna kick them. Then we can start working our freight. And I just realized one thing, so I'm gonna have to pull the consist up to pick the empties and then bring them to the back so that way the other train can have easier time getting their loads, move empties around. So they only have one track there, we have two at least. we're gonna back into our load here and do that. Then we can move forward on our route. And in the future too, these should be more sorted too, which is nice. So we shouldn't have to do as much work, because in the future, our train cars should be pre-sorted. That's what we're doing here. So we're just collecting everything in that first row. Yeah, everything comes out. So just collect everything in the first row and just drop these in. Simple enough. We'll all go in those places too. So we're just literally flipping, load it, ready to go to non-ready to go. So that's perfect. That's a good way to have a good switching time. Well, let me know about it too if you're watching YouTube. If I should put some more decoration along this track. This is supposed to mimic the main line, I guess, but it has no purpose for me. So let me know if I should use that and decorate it, make it look like there's always a train coming in or out, because then we can simulate that there's an actual interchange service coming in. Well, at least pretend. So obviously we'll have our tags on it, but I think that'd be cool. Make it look like it actually comes in and out. I'm starting to do that now in Sandbox where I spawn some cars just for decorative reasons. All it is decoration. Because they have no purpose. Boxers have no purpose, so they're perfect for that. I gotta collect these other empties as well. This car was kicked at some point. Alright. Pull the interchange stuff forward real quick. Move on to that line. Actually, I just thought about a way I could do this. This train's fully forward. I can actually just put them here and have this train pick it up and bring it in real quick. That might be the smarter idea, because then I don't have to deal with moving freight forward and backwards, because it's all interchange stuff either way. So no matter where it's at on that consist, it's gonna go to the interchange. As long as it's not in front of the load. And so these are the only interchange stuff that makes sense as well. So that might be the smarter. That puts it into the very back of the train too, so that's great. That one won't have to be worried about it much because they collect it as they go. So and then they'll just drop it off at the front. They don't have to panic because they have plenty of space. Most times I have to back up the train to let it back in, but I need to see where the end is. The end is here, so I need to follow that train. I'm actually quite surprised those aren't ready yet, but then again, we have no pulp left, probably. That's probably what's going on. They take a lot of pulp wood. And I plan on buying an extra one once the other ones are empty again, because I can just bring them with me. Look, the other cars did make a connection. That's great. Thanks, I'm gonna quick grab that train and pull it forward real quick and grab those. I think that might be a smart idea, because I don't have to worry about moving trains around. I wish there was a mod that did this, but if there was a connection here, like literally right here, I would say I would be able to do one switcher over here and call it. However, since that's not the case yet, we have to do multiple switching trains. Because I can just pull forward and in and do the work. They're not as close to each other, which is probably the other ones are so far apart. But I should be able to get them both in. So the train length would total up. Middle one. Alright, we're done with the switching for this particular line. I'm going to part this train back up. And once I got Graham County, but I'll have multiple cars going for pulpwood. So I'll have one be there and one over here. Then they'll just flip with each other. Because the next day it should be set to go. So, okay. So we're going to select this train. Select. We're going to quickly connect the cars that got disconnected. So the switching. So they're 100%. Attached now. We're gonna send some air to the system. That'll act as a brake, so that I can collect these interchange cars. Boom.
Oh shit. I did not mean to do it that way. I meant to stop the throttle. Did I do that again? Yes, I did. What that is I go too close and stop too early. That it doesn't do that. It doesn't make the couple that before and pull back. I like to see that happens in real life. Actually, it probably does. So that's not the brake that's applied. It's the brake that's applied. All right, now we just brush this train. This part of the crane. Move forward. And then pull back, and we can go to the next part of this day. This load. There goes the passenger train. Oh, I need to give it clearance to go into Disborough. Now, which one of these have the handbrakes applied? That's not it. Probably the last interchange car actually, if I had to guess, because it's probably the one I applied due to the fact that the train was moving. Yep. Alright, so now just pull forward again. Well, technically back in. Push me to get these brakes during the reset. So I was doing is pointing a little bit closer so that train doesn't have to go as far of a distance, especially since that one's done so that we can actually block its path. Don't forget how to do that one as well. I think I have a way of doing it. So. Alright, so now what we do now is grab this train, pull it forward. So we just passed the switch here. While that's moving forward, I'm gonna head and start getting the air to Bryson. Depending on which way's first, will depend on which way I'll end up saving it. But I can go ahead and set all these lights to green. The passenger train's gonna start heading out that way. It's gonna make it to Disbro, and it's probably gonna quickly load. Then the next day I'll start heading up towards Wilmot, which is unfortunate because now that means this next freight train will have to wait for the passenger train to get into a siding. So actually, I'm gonna have it siding in, set to go into the Baker's Creek Street siding until the freight train passes. Then we'll hold all these lights back to red. I just did that all for nothing. I want the freight train to make it past it at some point. That way we're not sitting there waiting for a freight train that's halted because of a passenger train. Even though technically they can piggyback off each other as long as their signals are green. I sometimes don't mind doing that because they just follow each other until they get into Disbro. Or to a certain point to where one can pass the other. That just means more time in Bryson for me to do the switching of cars that are ready for Silva. Alright, so we're just connecting everything and taking it up to here. Now for the fun part, separating everything so that way we got a proper sort. So the goal is to drop off the SPIs real quick. But if you're wondering how I got so much money for the switchers and stuff as well, off camera I tend to do a lot of work here. So instead of doing milestones, I lowered the tiers as well. I brought the tiers down a level and stuff like that, and I just kept at it. Now the reason why I'm bringing the slow mo back is because one, I have that mod now that makes it easy to do this thing. Two, it adds an extra layer, and I only have to do logs once a day. It's only tier 1 contract, so it's not bad. So the goal is to literally have it set up. Now I'm gonna set this up because the SPS go that way. So we'll work with these first actually, because I just realized something. We're actually gonna have to loop around for that, and we're also gonna have things that we're gonna have to hook up to the back of the HG SPIs as well, so that way they can get worked, because they have interchange stuff as well. These are all interchange cars now here on this one train. So once we're done getting these worked up, we'll be set. Next we can go ahead and just work the SPI real quick. Because I see it's something that will allow me to loop around to the other side and start doing work. Is it this back one? Yes, it is. I think it stays crossed off by on the switch list once it's in there. I wish it came on crossed once it's only crossed off once you unhook it and it's in that location. Because obviously it's not. I'm not finished yet. I still got drops to do. Finish the SPI. So we have all the empties out of it now, so we can actually bring them in. We still have one more SPI we have to solve. It's just gonna take us a few seconds here to solve. Guess we have to drop off one of the loads over on this track. I'm actually thinking too we can probably kick it in as well. So we don't have to go all the way over there. It should make it to it. Look, that was a perfect kick. And it made it too. There's the connection. I think it made it. Yep, it made a solid connection. So we're good. Now to set this up so I can just make a loop back. This is the other track, by the way. It still hasn't fully gone off of it yet. Now we have to get looped around. Let's do that. Just go here. Change this out because we have a train there. Change this. That's already set. Should be set down here. Yep. Now we just speed off to the end of the line. Around these cars. If those weren't there, spotted right there, I could take there and go around, but I had to go around the long way because they're there, so we'll take this path. Now we just go forward. We'll come back for this interchange car. Don't really panic about that. We will come back for it. And same for this one as well. We will come back. These are the parts that take forever, is going around trains and getting the right directions for stuff, because you have to go far sometimes for them. Anyways, guys, I'm actually gonna take a break here because I need food and stuff like that. So this stream's over for the night. Unfortunately, I know my days are ahead sometimes on these streams because I start earlier than usual. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next stream.